Catherine and Mike Ray are raising their two sons, JP and Louie, in Bon Air.
We're just a regular family in a lot of ways, and we want what everybody wants for their children, which is for them to be healthy and happy and secure.
JP is 12 and Louie is almost 10.
JP is very tender-hearted and sweet, and Louie is very feisty and charming.
The brothers were born with a genetic syndrome, alpha thalassemia, or ATRX, that affects their motor skills and ability to communicate, requiring assistance to walk and feed themselves.
Parenting or caring for them really requires constant vigilance.
The Rays get insurance through Mike's work, but they also rely on Medicaid to cover the cost of medical equipment and in-home care providers.
This is not a typical babysitting gig, right?
The family gets what's known in Virginia as a Commonwealth Coordinated Care Plus waiver. That helps them pay for extra help. It's difficult, but it's working, for now.
We need to be able to know that we'll be able to hire people that can work with us, especially as our children get bigger. And as Mike and I get older and our bodies age and we have a harder time physically caring for them.
Mark Dixon spoke with me from his home in rural Gloucester, where he lives with his parents. The 43-year-old has cerebral palsy and Asperger's syndrome and needs assistance with all of his daily activities.
We're trying to get services in a rural area so I could continue to live independently as possible in the long term.
When he graduated from high school in 2001, Dixon received a developmental disability waiver,
which allowed me to have more hours of personal care and respite care.
But even with the additional support, he struggled for years to find quality care providers near his home.
The key is to find consistent care providers where you live, so you won't have to deal with having a whole bunch of different people in your home that are unfamiliar with the case.
Both Dixon and the Rays are part of the roughly 264,000 people managing developmental disabilities in Virginia. Of those, about 17,000 people currently hold DD waiver slots, and nearly 16,000 people, including JP and Louie Ray, are on the waiver waitlist. In 2024, Governor Glenn Youngkin pushed to get people in crisis off of that waitlist, an effort lauded by disability advocates.
The General Assembly and Governor had come together and said, let's completely wipe that out and fund everybody who's in crisis, and then we can make long-term plans.
Tanya Milling has been advocating for the developmental disability community for more than 25 years.
The idea that that progress could go backwards is terrifying, not just for individuals, but as the full system, that we're finally making headway. We're finally getting to a place that we could be a proactive system instead of reactive.
If there are cutbacks, Ray says she worries what could happen when her boys finish school.
As we get older and we get closer potentially to a crisis situation where we're not physically able to care for our children, we need to be able to trust that that's going to be there and that we will have the support that we need for their lifelong care.
Despite having a steady income, she says without Medicaid, her family would struggle to meet JP and Louie's basic needs.
I mean, it's essential health care for them. It's not like some exceptional handout or something. This is just meeting their basic health needs.
Adrienne Horma-Gibbon, VPM News.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the VPM YouTube channel, hit the bell for notifications, and visit vpm.org for more in-depth coverage.